Since not that many players are actually able to play the new CTE update here on PC, first of all, not everyone has premium, and second of all, let's be honest here, the majority of Battlefield 1 player base is on console. So I thought, why not just showcase the new Shock Operations game mode on each map and talk about it a little bit. Those are currently being developed and we know that they will be coming to the Battlefield 1 vanilla game in June, which leaves plenty of time for DICE to actually make some improvements if we find something that's worth improving, pretty much. So let's take a look at it. Let's see how those maps play out and what could maybe be a little bit better to make those perfect. In my first video explaining Shock Operations, I've showcased the River Somme map and the Prise de Tahure. I'm sorry for the pronunciation, I still have no idea how to say it properly, but this certain map is the second one in the rotation. So how does it play out? Is it any good? Or maybe it is the best operations map to be ever created? First of all, I will say that I really like the idea of DICE actually reducing the amount of players in the Shock Operations. 40 players is much better for this map than 64. Although, at the same time, I will admit and say this fully open that I have never ever played this map on a full server because there is simply not enough players in the CTE. I wish I could, but as you see in the gameplay, I had like 5 opponents, so I can't really judge this whole flow and playability of the map, because once this comes to the vanilla, servers will be full, and then the gameplay will be totally different. However, I have to admit that still Prise de Tahure is way better than Amiens when it comes to abilities for flanking, having not so standard way of pushing the objective, because you just have way more routes and flanking options. Maybe not in the first sector, but after you progress and go further into the map, it actually allows you for multiple ways of playing it, and that's what I really enjoy about it. But since I've mentioned the first sector, and I'm well aware that some of DICE developers are actually watching those videos, I just wanted to mention that I feel like the base of attackers is a little bit too close to the actual objective, or defenders can go too close to the attacker's base. Not really sure how to define it, but once the attacking team gets pushed back to their base, they can't really get out. And it's not even because the fact that they don't have enough cover or anything, it's just that defenders can position themselves so well that you can't really push through them. Unless they're stupid, but if they're not, it's quite impossible. And I had this situation with like 8 enemies. I had 5-6 teammates in my team, and 8 enemies were pretty much able to keep us locked in the spawn. I'm quite sure that this problem could escalate even bigger if we have more defenders and at the same time more attackers, but still, when there is more players on the server, it is a lot easier to actually close the attackers in the base. There is also one more thing that I just have to mention about the first sector. The way the map is designed and the way the area for the defenders is actually designed in the first sector clearly points all of the new players to going to the exact opposite direction of where they should be going in the first sector after they spawn. I'm not kidding, they're going to the back of the map instead of going to the front and defending a objective, which is quite confusing, and I've literally seen every single player who was new on this map go to the wrong direction right after the round started. It's not that big of a deal, but I thought, well, it is worth mentioning, so let's do it. So, what are the overall first impressions? Do I like the map? Do I not like the map? Should you play the map? Or should you not play the map? Let me put it this way. I really enjoy playing it. I love the idea of DICE reducing the amount of players, which I'm well aware, I've already mentioned in the video, but still, it was such a good idea. It's really enjoyable and it gives you a lot more options of playing the game. It doesn't all come down to sitting on the ammo bag and throwing grenades to one alley. Trust me, the gameplay actually works on this map and it is not something that I could say about the 4 Devo operations. That's only one of the examples. And that would be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this short sneak peek of the new map, or actually new game mode on an old map. In fact, let me know down in the comments if you want me to make those videos about other maps as well. We have 3 more to see. And as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.